If your TCL Roku TV has got a black screen, then that's usually either a sign of a backlight failure or a power board failure or some other failure with one of the components within the TV. So I don't want to waste your time checking every little thing. If you've got a black screen but you hear sound coming from your TV, then I've got another video that goes into the details of how to figure out exactly what's wrong and how to fix it. And that video is linked to the top right of the screen. If you don't have sound at all, or if you switch on your TV and you get the splash screen, the TCL Roku TV splash screen lights up briefly and then it disappears, then we'll look at how to fix that in this video. So first of all, before getting into any hardware fixes, just try power cycling your TV, because it could just be a simple software glitch, and power cycling often fixes these basic software glitches. So make sure your TV is switched off and unplug it from the wall socket. Then hold down the physical power button on the TV for at least 15 seconds. Wait for at least 30 minutes for any residual power to drain from the TV's capacitors. And then plug your TV back in and try switching it on again. You should also remove any HDMI connections or any other connections so that you've just got the power cable going into your TV. And make sure that you don't have any smart plugs or surge protectors between your TV and your wall socket. So your TV should only have the power cable going in, and that should just be plugged into a wall socket without any surge protectors in the way. And then try switching your TV on and seeing if the black screen is still there. Try pulling up the on-screen menu and seeing if you can see that. A good way to test if you have got a backlight failure is to get a flashlight or the light on your phone and hold it at an angle on your TV, and then get up close to your screen and see if you can see faint images underneath. So if you bring up the on-screen menu and then shine a light right next to your screen at an angle and see if you can see the menu. If you can see the menu, then you know you've either got a backlight failure or a power board failure, or some of the cables internally have come loose in your TV. So if you are seeing images on the screen, then you're going to need to take your TV apart and have a look at the cabling and the power board and the backlights. So it most likely is the backlights that have failed. They're often set up so that if one LED fails, then it takes out all of the LED strips that are in your TV. But you can easily test this. So make sure you've drained all power from your TV. So unplug it, hold down the power button, and then wait for about 30 minutes after holding down the power button for 10 seconds or so, just to make sure there's no power in the capacitors in your TV that could give you a small electric shock. And then unscrew the bezel on your TV and take the back panel off. You'll eventually get down to the backlights themselves. These are just arranged in strips, connected in series across the back of the screen. So you could simply check whether the backlights are still working. You could either use a backlight tester or a multimeter, or you could just get a couple of AA batteries or a 9-volt battery, connect a couple of wires to the battery, to each pole of the battery, and then make a complete circuit by touching the wires to either side of each LED in turn. And you'll see if the LED lights up, then it's obviously working. If it doesn't light up, then the LED has failed. You should also just have a look at the connections between the LED strips, because the LED strips tend to be in short lengths of a few inches, and particularly for larger TVs, they connect these strips together to make a length that spans the entire width of your TV. And these individual connections between the LED strips can fail. They can burn out over time. And if you do find that some of the LEDs have failed, then you could just simply replace the LED strips. And there's a linked video in the top right which will show you how to repair the backlight and how to replace those LED strips in the backlight. If you find after testing the LED strips that all of the LEDs are working fine, and if you are not seeing any backlight on your screen at all, but you are seeing images when you hold a flashlight up close to your screen, then it's most likely you've got a failure of the power board itself. So when you first take apart your TV, you will see 3 boards. There'll be the main board, which controls the logic of your TV. There's the power board, which is where you plug in your power cable and which provides the correct voltages to the rest of your TV. And there's the T-Con, which translates the signal from the main board into something that the panel can display. So you can have a look at the power board with a multimeter to see if you can find any failed components on it. You can either replace those components or you can replace the entire power board itself, which tends to be easier. But it's most common after a few years for the backlight itself to fail, particularly if there's just one LED or one strip of LEDs that's failed and it takes all of them out. You can replace just the failed strip, but if one strip has failed, then generally all the others are approaching the end of their lifespan as well. So it tends to be best to replace all LED strips at the same time, and it's only around $30 or so for a whole new set of LED strips. You can just go onto eBay and enter your TV model number, and you'll find some compatible strips, and then simply replace them yourselves using the steps in the linked video. But if you have got sound on your TV but no picture, then there's also my other linked video which will show you what to do about that.